A new year, a new you. That's what we're seeing across the entire internet. But what about becoming a better Switch gamer? What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Gabe is here, and as 2018 morphs into 2019, we've got 9 new Switch resolutions for 2019.
First of all, Happy New Year, Zach. How you doing today?
Thanks. Happy New Year to you and to everybody out there. Hopefully you guys had a great, safe, fun night if you had a good time. And our poem for 2019, make sure to hit that like button and let us know your Switch gamer resolutions in the comments down below.
All right, Zach, with that said, there's a lot we're going to get to here. And I'm going to start us off with the one that I have actually been wanting to do for the longest time, almost since the inception of the Nintendo Switch, and that is play more handheld mode, because as people know, we record a lot of the stuff we play here for you fine viewers, and we are required to play docked a lot in order to capture this footage. But playing handheld is something I don't get to do that often. I had dreams when the Switch was first announced of having my toilet adventures with the Nintendo Switch. I had dreams of falling asleep with the Switch basically on my face, like when I was a kid with the Game Boy, and they don't get realized too often. I'm trying to become a little bit better about it. Maybe later in this last year, I had a little mini road trip recently, and the Switch helped quite a bit for that. But more handheld gameplay is hopefully in my future.
Yeah, it's still the feature that we tout constantly about the Switch, and it is one that you were so excited for in the beginning. So first of all, I'm sorry that you didn't have a chance to do so much of that. But year 3 is your year, Gabe. I can feel it already.
I hope so.
Number 2 is to finish more of these darn Switch games. This one is more of a me problem than a Gabe problem, but there's so many games, so much to experience across not just the Switch, but all consoles, that finishing games becomes difficult for me. I like to dabble as opposed to go deep, and that is my new plan for 2019, to make sure that I cross off and get through a good list of games at least a couple a month. I'd like to do 2 games a month as a start. Maybe that sounds like a low barometer, but I feel like that's achievable, and I feel like it can build from there. So 2 Switch finishes each month. That is my major new plan.
It seems like it's going to be a pretty packed year as far as releases. Just like Nintendo alone has almost a release a month coming up. They have some big stuff. I don't know how you're going to pick 2 games in January, because there's a lot of exciting ones there. But yeah, I'm with you, man. Finish more games. I got to be a little bit better about it too, but I eventually do finish them. I'm just not as quick as I would like to, so maybe I'll be quicker.
Well, and I think 2018 was a weird year for that, just because so many of the games, do you really finish Super Mario Party? Do you really finish Smash Bros? I guess you could finish World of Light, so that one has a little bit more concrete of an ending. Mario Tennis Ace is yeah, you can finish that quick campaign, but how do you really finish that game? There was just so much multiplayer stuff that it was a little bit more nebulous in terms of getting through them. But Gabe, I really like our number 3 resolution.
I've brought this up before, Zach. You mentioned Mario Party briefly. I still have one set of Joy-Con, man. I gotta fix that. I still have the original neon red and blue Joy-Con. I gotta get something else. I gotta have these Mario parties with more than 2 people. That's the only way you can play that game. And I have friends come over and we'll be playing Smash. I have 3 controllers technically, the Joy-Con and a Pro Controller. I gotta get a couple more, man. I have to.
Well, and we need Nintendo to be on board with this too. They got to come out with some new color Joy-Con. Yes, we got the new ones as part of the Pokemon bundle and the Smash bundle, but we need some new colors that are just straight up sold on store shelves, Gabe. If we don't, you can always go yellow, green, pink. There are some good options. Even the Mario Party Joy-Con bundle is actually a really good one that has a cool split of colors, but I hope that there's something brand new that will really entice you and that you can really get excited about and add to your arsenal.
Yeah, I'm excited to see hopefully a new color. I think if they do announce a new color sometime, early in the year, I mean, hypothetically, there's a direct coming. If something gets announced for any specific games, I'm going to get it.
You're in?
Yeah.
You're in. Good.
Yeah.
We will monitor that situation. But first, our 4th gaming resolution for the Switch in 2019 is to teach my girlfriend more Switch games. We played a ton of Overcooked 2. Play a lot of Mario Kart. We even played quite a bit of Mario Party before we realized that the boards were really small and we can never get the final minigame that we need to unlock the rest of the modes. But I want more adventures with her on the Switch, and I'm hoping to open her eyes to the worlds of Splatoon 2 and to whatever Nintendo brings in 2019. Yoshi's Crafted World seems like a good pick. I'm excited about New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe just for the co-op potential that game provides. But we were able throughout the year to find a few gems like Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, and I'm also very excited to see if the eShop can provide a few more co-op gems this new year.
I mean, it's not co-op, but your favorite game in the universe, Astro Bears Party, has some exciting new content coming up, Zach. And
that's definitely going to be one. I don't know that it's going to be a winner, but it's definitely one that I try, because I still think that's one of the best games on Switch, secretly, silently, and super cheaply, one of the best.
Yeah. Well, I do hope you get to have more girlfriend experiences with the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to move on here. I want to explore new indie titles, right? Not just the ones we know, because yes, Hollow Knight comes to Nintendo Switch, and it's already been on other platforms, and everybody loves it. We get it. But there are new experiences that are coming to the Nintendo Switch. One I'm really looking forward to, and I'm going to give it a quick little shout out. Feudal Alloy comes out this January. The exact date escapes me right now, but you can go check out our list of January games on the channel right now. It's mentioned in that video, and I think it looks super, super cool. It's lesser known, and I want to maybe figure out a way to bring some shine to those games, because I really feel that there's a lot of quality stuff that happens. And yes, they're like usually pixelated and side scrollers, but you know, games like Celeste and Owlboy have proven that games of that genre still have a lot to say sometimes. So I want to continue to give indies some support.
Well, and there's still going to be all of the ports of premier indie titles, and those won't go away, and they shouldn't receive less attention. I think it just would be cool, as you said, to focus on some new ones and try to create some new classics from this era. There's tons of developers and tons of games coming to the Switch on a weekly basis. Not all of them are great, not all of them are even good, but I'm sure we can find some great ones. I was looking back actually at Jake's Switch when I was home for the holidays, and seeing games like Graceful Explosion Machine and Mr. Shifty and Tumbleseed made me feel, one, nostalgic for the early days of Switch, but two, like, okay, we need some more games like this. That yeah, Hollow Knight is great and Fortnite is great, even though that's far from indie at this point. Towerfall is amazing, but where are like the new Switch first, like they're first on Switch and they are fun and exciting and new. Hopefully we find those in 2019. Number 6 is to make sure that neither of us lose or have our Switches stolen. It could be a year where we get a new Switch, but let's make that our own choice if Nintendo decides to release a hardware revision, not from losing/robbery. That was a very sad way to spend the summer, Gabe. You were able to get a lot of it back, but I know it was one heck of a headache.
For anybody unfamiliar, my Switch was stolen during E3 of 2018, and it was heartbreaking, man. I got the replacement Switch right away, but just getting the account back and the fact that I lost all my Splatoon 2 saves, according to my Switch, Zach, here's a little fun fact. I have never really played Mario Kart according to my Switch, or
or Breath of the Wild, probably.
Yeah, like games like that just got stolen. In my Switch's eyes, I'm some noob that doesn't even play these games. So yeah, hopefully I don't get another Switch stolen. I've never even had a console stolen. That was the first time that ever happened. So the chances of it happening again aren't high, but I'm going to be extra protective of my Switch now, Zach. It's like I'm going to play handheld mode, so it's going to be with me at all times. There you go, perfect.
It will be interesting to see if there is a mid/late year release of a new model, how easy and how happily that transfer process is, and if they do anything. I think in a third year you don't need to, but if they do incentivize it in any way or give sort of a little gift to upgraders or people who just bought a Switch or something of the sort, we'll have to wait and see on that one. But one that is going to come at us quickly is number 7. Our 7th resolution is to give familiar franchises a fresh chance. There are a lot of big Nintendo properties coming back this year. They aren't Super Mario, they aren't Legend of Zelda, but they are Fire Emblem, Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion. Now, some of these games may not have been our favorites in the past, but I think it's safe to say both of us are very excited for the new entries, and both of us are ready, specifically I think with Animal Crossing, to give these guys a new look, a new chance, and who knows, maybe with some of their updates and evolutions, they become part of our favorite series of all.
It is time for Animal Crossing to resonate with me. I've seen how much people love it. I've never felt that love. I've kind of had some FOMO, so some fear of missing out with Animal Crossing, Zach, because what if it comes out and it's just like not my cup of tea or my cup of orange juice, whatever preferred beverage, doesn't matter. I'm scared of that, but I'm 100% going to give them a chance. I know some of these I'll love. I have no question in my mind that I'm going to love Fire Emblem. Like I think that's my type of genre. I'm very excited for that. But some of the other stuff that you did mention, I'm like, okay, maybe it's time to give Yoshi a real try.
Yeah, well, I want to give Mario Deluxe, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, a good shake, and then Yoshi as well, because we were looking towards the end of the year about how Kirby Star Allies really evolved into a much deeper and even more challenging experience, and we didn't get any part of that. And part of that, I think, is on Nintendo and just the game itself for not communicating that super well. But yeah, it made me be like, okay, Yoshi's Crafted World, it seems like it's not going to be for us, but hey, let's approach it with open arms, open minds, open hearts, and see if we can fall in love once again with a familiar franchise getting a fresh new look. Number 8, Gabe, what do we got?
This is like almost my most important one besides handheld. I got to stay away from these ports, man. Look, it's exciting that so many of these games are coming to Nintendo Switch, right? But when I've already played them elsewhere, that excitement isn't real excitement. It's just my brain tricking me. Like, I was like sort of excited to play Dark Souls, but then I played Dark Souls. I was like, okay, this is like Dark Souls, and I've played it a lot before. So that novelty is just gone in the third year of Switch here. I want new experiences. So some of these ports that I've already experienced ad nauseum, I'm going to stay away from. I'll still play New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe just because it's a fun co-op experience to have with others. But I got to temper my expectations for things like that. You know, the games are out, but like Doom, Skyrim, those ports, exciting, yes, but when I look back, I didn't spend a lot of time with them. So I've learned my lesson, and I'm going to try to stay away from some of these ports if I'm not like genuinely excited or I've never played it.
The exciting part and the hopeful part is that many ports in 2019 are day and date, so you don't even have to worry. You'll want to play them because they are new. But I totally get what you're saying. One that comes to mind instantly is Saints Row the Third, which will be making an appearance.
Oh, I'm not touching that game.
2019 on Nintendo Switch, and some game I don't think you have to stay away from, but maybe just give, like we said, more of a focus to the new titles and the things that are
Zach,
trying to create new appearances.
I'm sorry, man. I'm staying away from Saints Row the Third.
Not even a little.
Payday.
Not even
that game reminds me of Payday.
A quarter.
The game reminds me of Payday.
That was an adventure. One of our great 2018 Switch adventures. But we've got one more here for you, and I guess this one is very personal and SwitchForce focused as opposed to Switch focused. But it's to make more cool new series for you guys. One thing that stood out in the first year of SwitchForce was our Comment Force series. One thing that stood out in the second year of SwitchForce was our weekly look at the new games that seemed to get funnier and funnier as time progressed, and maybe that will reset itself as we have a lot of exciting titles coming soon. But we're looking to add more of those for you and to really just double down on the quality and the content. Hopefully you've seen some of that take shape as we moved through December in 2018, but we are committed to an even greater level of variety, of regularity, and of quality for you on these videos, and I am very excited about what we're working to bring you for 2019 and for the third year of Switch.
Yeah, I mean, I echo everything he said. I mean, and, you know, Zach and I talk a lot. So, I mean, most of what he said here already, like, applies just because we've had these conversations. It's going to be a good year regardless. It seems like there's going to be so much happening, both in terms of new games, but, you know, a potential new hardware release. There's a new Pokemon game. There's so much that there's going to be, you know, a lot of chances for speculation and theorizing. And, you know, maybe we can have some fun on some new series there.
And just plenty of really good games to cover and enjoy and share together. It's going to be a wonderful year, and if the third-party stuff continues throughout, like it's starting with the commitment from Doom Eternal and Mortal Kombat 11, it's going to be an awesome one. Let us know what you think of our Switch Gamer resolutions in the comments down below. If you have any of your own, we'd love to hear them. Maybe it's to get through a certain number of games. Maybe it's to play Switch with a new friend or experiencing something in a different style. We'd love to hear what you've got planned for 2019 for you and your Switch. Gabe, I cannot wait to see what Joy-Con you get. But in the meantime, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Fantastic day. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on the latest and greatest from the Switch. All the awesome games coming your way and all that new content that we just talked about. For now, though, Gabe, blow your kazoo. Have a great 2019. Everybody, we love you. And until next time, SwitchForce